Today we are going to prove that a diagonal of a parallelogram creates two congruent triangles. First, we need to define a parallelogram, which is a quadrilateral with two opposite sides parallel to each other. Now we're going to start by measuring the sides of our parallelogram. Side 1 is going to be 6 inches long, and Marissa will label that 6 inches to show you guys. From the definition stated earlier, since it is a parallelogram, we can conclude that the opposite side is also going to be 6 inches. Let me zoom. Now we need to connect the two parallel lines, which happens to be 7 inches on each side. Now we know that we have two pairs of congruent sides, and Marissa will draw the hashtags to show you which sides. Now we need to find out if the diagonal line splits it into two congruent triangles. First, we should label the points point A, point B, point C, and point D, and then draw a diagonal line from going from point A to point C. After measuring the diagonal line, we found that it was 10 inches long. Now you can see that we have created two triangles, triangle 1 and triangle 2. We have to prove that they are congruent though. So, in triangle 1, we see that it has 6 inches, 7 inches on one side, and 10 inches on the last side. Triangle 2 has a side of 6 inches, 7 inches, and also 10 inches on the last side. These two triangles are congruent, which means that the three sides of the triangle are exactly the same as triangle 2. Therefore, if you cut the parallelogram on the diagonal line, we can place them on top of each other where they would become the exact same triangle. Now, even though you see that they are flipped upside down, we can still see that they share the same measurements on their sides. From what we have learned, we can use a theorem, side, 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 to show that the triangles are congruent. We have also duplicated what we did on the board to a piece of paper that Marissa will now cut on the diagonal line to show you guys. You can see that if you flip them and put them on top of each other, these two are congruent.